What's going on, everybody? My name's James, and today I'm bringing y'all another A1 Edge Finder video. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what the Edge Finder is, it is our market scanning software that updates major and minor currency pairs, indices, and commodities in real time to help you navigate the market and make informed decisions about buying or selling certain trades. So we're going to be taking an in-depth look into the Edge Finder today. If you like what you see, you can click the link in the description below and use promo code A1YT for a discounted price. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the style of content from us, and we'll make sure to keep it coming for y'all. And let's just go ahead and dive right in by taking a look at the market heat map first. All right, so here we are on the A1 Edge Finder homepage. Like I said, we're going to take a look at the market heat map. So let's go ahead and do that first. And here we go, market heat map. You can see all the currency pairs, indices, and commodities that we currently have in the A1 Edge Finder. And guys, this thing is getting updated all the time. We are constantly adding new things to the Edge Finder. It seems like it's getting updates, every other day or every week or so. There's just always some new stuff in here. But anyway, you can see we got it color coordinated for you guys to make it a little easier to navigate. Blue, darker blue means strong buy, and red means sell. So the stronger the red, stronger the sell. You can see some lighter shades here. But let's look at the top six buys for the day. We have US oil, we have the Euro Aussie, USD ZAR, USD CHF, GBP AUD, and USD TRY are the top 6 buys for the day. Top 6 sells we got down here: Aussie CAD, GBP JPY, Aussie dollar, JP225, Aussie yen, and the US 10Y. Now, if we look at the Scorechart Summary, which you can find over here on the left side of the screen, click on that. It shows you pretty much the same thing, but in a slightly different format. So you can actually see all of the different categories that we give our currencies, indices, and commodities scores in. So you can see the buy rating is just the score here. So our top buy of the day is the CAD yen pair with a score of 5. COT data, retail sentiment, seasonality, trend reading, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, interest rate divergence are all the categories that we give scores. And again, blue, buy, red, sell. The darker the blue, the stronger the buy. The darker the red, the stronger the sell. So let's go ahead and jump right into our number 1 buy, which again is the CAD yen pair. So if we click on that, brings us to the CAD yen page. So we have a buy bias with a score of 5, as you can see here. And we also have all those categories that I just listed for y'all right here. So let's take a look at COT data, otherwise known as institutional positioning. If we scroll down, we can see it broken up by each individual currency. So yen is at a 27, let's call it 28% long and 72% short, while the Canadian dollar is at a 53% long and 47% short. Next, retail sentiment up here has a score of 1, and you can see the retail sentiment chart right here, 14% long and 86% short. Now, seasonality. Seasonality is really cool, you guys. We have this little graph right down here that shows you all the months in the year and what this commodity or pair or indice, whatever you're looking at, has done in the all-time average, last 5-year average, in the current year average. So if we look here, it looks like it spiked March into April. April had a current year average of 5.48, and just a few months later we've seen that come down. We're in July now. Today's July 1st if you're watching this on the day that we uploaded. Current year average is a 1.06, all-time average 0.06, and the last 5-year average 1.01. So if we take a look, we can see later on in the year, the later months in the year, it actually trends upwards a little bit. All-time average trends upwards, where these middle month, it kind of trends downwards. And that is consistent with what we see in the current year average. We see that sharp decline, and you can see that all-time average right here slight declines before it starts to come back up. So keep an eye out on for this, guys, because it may start to come up here towards the end of the year. Now, trend reading. Trend reading is just how strongly or how poorly the pair is doing respectively, whether it's trending up or down. So a +2 rating means that it is trending up respectively. And GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rate divergence. We can take a look at all of that right here. So Canadian dollar GDP growth is in the blue. It's doing well, 0.8%, while inflation is 7.7%. And look, you can actually see the rate at which things are changing in the last couple days. So inflation up, GDP growth down. The yen, negative 0.1% GDP growth, and inflation 2.5%. Unemployment for the Canadian dollar, 5.1%, and for the yen, 2.6%. Interest rate here, Canadian dollar 1.5%, yen negative 0.1%. Now, last thing I'm going to show you guys is the daily price chart. If you look down here, you can see that we have the whole month, the past month, the daily price. So if you take a look here on July 1st, again, that's today, the day that I'm recording and uploading this. I'll let you guys take a look at this and zoom in here for you guys. This shows the daily price as well as the 14-day average, 7-day average, and 4-day average. You can see all of those right here. Now, let's do the same thing, but for our number one sell of the day. So if we go back to the Scorechart Summary and we scroll all the way down, we have, oh, look at this, GBP USD. And like I said, guys, this is getting updated by the minute. You know, this thing is constantly changing. I was taking a look at this earlier, and GBP CAD and the Aussie dollar were the bottom two. And now, just about 30 minutes later, GBP USD, the pound dollar pair, has dropped even lower than those two with a strong sell rating, -8. So let's take a look at this. So we click on that, and that brings us to the pound dollar page. And look, strong sell bias, not just sell, but strong sell bias with a score of -8. Look, it's not even in the red anymore. That's how strong that is. So score -8, like we just said. COT, institutional positioning data. Let's take a look at this here. Dollar, 89% long, 11% short, while the pound is at, let's call it 24% long and 76% short. Retail sentiment, -1, 82% long, 18% short. Look at all this red, guys. Only the GDP growth is in the blue. So seasonality, again, month of July, we have a current year average of -0.03, last 5-year average of just 0, and all-time average of -0.01. Now, current year, look at this dip from March to April. Pop back up, but now it's trending back down. If we look at the all-time average, it does seem to poke its head up just a little bit in the later years, or sorry, later months, not later years. In the last 5-year average, we can kind of see the same. Slight downward trend before a slight upward trend. So this could go either way. It is trending downward currently, so we could see that continue to trend downward. But later on in the year, we would expect it to start to be on the rise again, as it's shown in the all-time average and last 5-year average. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Trend reading, again, is the market trending up or down respectively. So we have a -2 score. Market is trending down. And lastly, let's take a look at GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rate divergence. So we have all of that listed right here. The pound GDP growth, 0.8%, inflation, 9.1%, compared to the dollar, -1.6% GDP growth and 8.6% inflation. Unemployment for the pound, 3.8% compared to the dollar's 3.6%. And interest rate, 1.25% compared to 1.75%. Last thing to look at, daily price chart. Again, we have the daily average, 14-day average, 7-day average, and the 4-day average. So if we look at July 1st, I'll zoom in on this for you guys so you can take a closer look. And yeah, so that is our top sell and top buy for the day. I'm going to go back to the Scorechart Summary so that you guys can get one more look at this. Feel free to pause the video if you like. As I mentioned a couple times before, I'm recording this on July 1st. So if you're looking at this the day that I upload it, all of this stuff, while it does change minute to minute, hour to hour, as the markets change, this is pretty current, up-to-date information. If you're looking at this at a later time, not so much, but the Edge Finder is such a useful tool, guys. We've added so much new stuff. We've got economic news here, which is a super cool new feature. It actually shows you the news about what's going on with all the different pairs, indices, commodities, and how the news affects the whatever you're looking at. So you can take a look at that here. The smart money tracker, lots of really detailed stuff to help you guys kind of navigate your trades. And so yeah, thanks for joining me on this little trip around the A1 Edge Finder. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want to get a copy of the A1 Edge Finder for yourself, you can do that in the link below. Use the code A1YT for a major discount, and we hope to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.